Hello, my dear students of third grade. Today we have a special video lesson because we will start a new unit number 2. And we're going to learn some new things related to geography. In simple words, geography, it's one of the branches or one of the areas of social studies that studies, for example, things related to the shape of the earth and the different representations of the same planet. This is in simple words, of course. So I will use PowerPoint presentation to support my lesson, so it could be more useful for you. So give me a minute or some seconds to share this PowerPoint presentation with you. Okay, so I will make my screen a little bit bigger so you can see me a little bit well. Okay, there you go. Right, so the name of this unit is Finding Myself in the Planet. Finding Myself in the Planet. And today we will learn basically two things, but two things that are very important. And at the end, you will have a little homework that you will have to do in your notebook. The first thing is what a plan is and how to use it. And the second thing is what a grid is and how to use it. So immediately we can see two important concepts. One, a plan, and two, a grid. So basically, the plans represent spaces, different spaces, in a simple way. And they are represented with the point of view of a bird. So what you will see on a plan is basically looked from above. So let's imagine that you are a bird and you can fly, and you have that point of view from above, from the sky. So that point of view is the one that you will see in most plans. So let's do a little activity with this plan we can see here. But before, we're going to consider some of the elements that you will find on most plans. First of all, you will see a title. In this case, it says plans, but a better title could be Plan of a City. Here, on this corner that I'm pointing with the arrow, we can see the cardinal directions. We can see the north, the south, the east, and the west. And we can see different elements. For example, we can see different places, houses, for example. We can see some shops or stores, like a pet store, pet shop. We can see a public space, which is a park or square. We can see the cinema, and we can see a school. Okay? And here, on this corner, on the bottom to your right, we can see a little rectangle with three things: the pet store, the pet shop, the school, and the cinema. And it's interesting that next to these names, or next to these places, you can see a little symbol. And that is the symbol that the person who made this plan decided to assign for each place. So here we can see in the pet store as a tiny paw, animal paw. In the school, you can observe that there is a bell, and then next to the cinema, you can see that there is a little screen. Okay, here, let's do a little exercise together. There is an exercise with number 1 that says, a person goes from the school, number 1, to the pet store. So let's imagine that we're going to use this and follow a route to go to the pet store from the school. So first, here, you have to walk straight to the north. You stop, now you turn left, then you walk straight to the west, and then you stop, and you will see the pet store. And in exercise number 2, let's imagine that there is a person that goes from the pink house to the cinema. The pink house is the one with the number 2, and you need to go to the cinema. I will take this route. I will walk straight to the west, and I stop on this corner. Then I turn left, and I lose the, okay. You turn left, and you walk straight to the south. And when you see the cinema, you step there and you enjoy your film. So this is a plan. Remember, a plan is only a representation. A representation represents the reality, but it's not reality. And finally, we have something that is similar, which is agreed. Agreed is when you divide a plan with columns, and the columns are the vertical lines, and rows, which are the horizontal lines, making quadrants. So it's something similar to a chess board. Okay, so this is the activity that is going to be your homework, and I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. So okay, something like this. Okay. So the instruction that you have to write in your notebook is this: mark the section of the grid with the corresponding color to indicate the place where each boy or girl lives. So for example, number 1 says, Jose lives in quadrant 3A. 3A. So this is very similar to that game called the battleship, La Batalla Naval. Let's find where Jose lives. 3A. So 1, 2, 3, and then the letter A. So it's 3A. Where the 3 joins with the letter A, that's the place where Jose lives. So you here can write a number, or maybe you can use the color. Both things are correct. Some students, maybe, they would like to write the number, and some other students, they would like to color with that color assigned for Jose, which is something kind of pinkish or something like that. Okay, so then you continue with Juan, Sofía, Diego, Maria, and Paula. And remember, all of them have different quadrants. Remember, the rows have numbers assigned. This is row number 1. This is row number 2. This is row number 3. And this is for number 4. And the columns are the vertical lines. So we have letters. Column, column A, column B, column C, and column D. Imagine the columns of a house or a palace. So this is the activity you have to do. You also have to do the drawing in your notebook. You can do it vertically or horizontally. That is your decision. It's up to you. So today, children, we talked about the definition or the explanation of a plan and the explanation of a grid. In our next lesson, we will continue going deeper in these matters. So before I say goodbye, I would like you to have a very good day today. And if you have any questions or doubts, don't hesitate and contact me on my email or WhatsApp. Bye-bye, third grade.